Howdy everyone, Icy Mike here, and if you've been around my channel for a while, you can tell that my most popular series is Fall Guys. Or maybe it's Brawlhalla now, or maybe even Muck? Anywho, I can tell you that my most viewed video is from my Pokemon Brock run that I did a couple years back. It's a pretty simple premise. Beat Pokemon Yellow using only Pokemon that Brock had used from the anime or the manga. Mind you, I'm a more casual gamer, so I took some creative liberties in my Pokemon list and it ended up turning into a pretty fun series, link in the description below if you want to check it out. But looking back on those, I thought to myself, well, why not update it and move on to the second generation? But instead of doing the same thing over again, how about I use Ash's other companion? No, not Misty, no. I want to use the rival to Brock. That's right, Tracey Sketchit. Mind you, they weren't necessarily rivals, but he did replace Brock briefly, then only to be replaced himself again in like the next generation because nobody liked Tracey. But we're gonna have some fun with it all the same. But first, let's check the wiki. Now then, I don't exactly remember what Pokemon Tracey used, but I'm sure he had a whole plethora of... Oh.
Voy a la playa, había subido la marea.
Oh, but he does ride a Dugtrio at some point, so we're gonna count that, and that's our Pokemon, so let's get into the run. Dang, that music's catchy. Anyway, so I wake up at gamer time and head downstairs where my mother tells me that the old man next door is looking for me. Yeah, no red flags there. So at 2 a.m. I head over there with my buddy Chris Hansen. Professor Elm snaps a few photos, promptly sending them to his buddy with the scream name of Mr. Pokemon. And for my silence about everything that went on, he gives me my first Pokemon. Fuzzybug! Ain't he a cutie? I get told Mr. Pokemon wants to see me, so I head his way in the middle of the night and manage to run into my first Pokemon battle. It was against a Rattata, and at this point, which kind of feels like a normal playthrough. We have a low-level Pokemon with some pretty standard attacks, so we take a moment to just tackle our way to victory. After that, we get to Cherry Grove City, where I break into some houses, screaming, "I'm the protagonist," at the top of my lungs, and then we head out to Route 30. I quickly realize I forgot to heal and almost get bubbled to death. Head back to Cherry's Pokemon Center, stop at this cabin where I sample this dude's berries. Succulent. And finally make my way to Mr. Pokemon's house, where I now have two older senpais demanding my attention. Chris Hansen, I need you! For all my troubles, I get a Pokedex, a random egg, and a phone call from Professor Elm saying that something went wrong. I quickly make my way back through Cherry Grove, and suddenly I'm stopped by my mysterious rival. He whips out that pet rock, and I'm clearly at a disadvantage. But I am big brain, and I know that for the most part, Pokemon start with a standard attack and some sort of debuff, so I begin to use Disable, hoping that I get his tackle, which luckily happens, so it should be an easy fight. Wait. Tackle's his only move. He struggles, Fuzzy faints, and I'm forced to take the Walk of Shame back to Professor Elm's. I report to the proper authorities that I ran into my rival, Brock. It was Brock, by the way, in case you couldn't tell by the rocks in his pocket. Elm tells me that I should leave home and pursue a Pokemon journey. I guess that's just what 12-year-olds do, so let's go for it. Next time on Pokemon Crystal. Well, I had a fantastic time making this video, and I certainly hope you enjoyed watching. The future installments of this series will probably be a little bit longer, but I still expect you to be there, so hit that sweet sub button, like if you did, and thanks for chillin' with Icy.